the day I make this, it's exactly 2 months after I came back. So this will be about what it's like to come back.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I'm fighting Satan forever. I'm not down with the dude. He taking me for a fool. I talk to the King of Kings. He been showing me things. I'm tapping into
One
the
person said that it's easier to go than coming back because, I don't know, it just is, I guess. I came back 2 months ago, back to Germany, on the day I was about to come back. It was funny because I didn't realize that it's me that's going to go back, and it was really weird that suddenly we were at the airport and I was like, let's do a group picture, let's do this, let's do that. I just didn't want to go. And then this guy who was taking my luggage, he was like, well, the thing is closing soon, so either we go now or your luggage won't be checked in. So we really had to run, so in order to get my luggage on the plane. And then I was waiting, I think, I went to the airport around 9 p.m. So and the flight of the plane took off at 11 p.m. and it was very weird. And the flight, like, it felt very short. It's just 6 hours, and then I stopped in Amsterdam and then took the next plane to Berlin. And in Amsterdam, arriving in Amsterdam was like, I started to feel sad already, and I saw just the organized green area of the airport, and I saw these streets and I saw everything so organized and neat, nothing going against this rule of neatness. Stepping off this plane, it was immediately cold because I think it was just 15 or 18 degrees in Amsterdam. I was like, shit, I'm back into this cold thing again. Suddenly I was not one of the few white people that felt different as well. Arriving in Berlin, it never happened to me before that my luggage was missing or anything. My second luggage this time was missing, and I haven't slept the night, so I was like awake for longer than 30 hours. I think in the end it was a blessing that my luggage was not found, because I couldn't have managed to go back by public transport to my flat with 2 luggages and the backpack and all that. My luggage was still in Amsterdam, so they will send it to me to my address the next day, and that was fine. From the airport it takes around like 1.5 hours to get to my flat, or 1 hour. I called my parents that I'm like arrived, and I felt that I was missing the colorful dresses. I was missing the well-styled dresses and all that. I was seeing all these people wear clothes that sometimes do not fit them well, and I suddenly noticed it more. Also, people hair wear more black and black. I would say they're not really well dressed, but maybe that's too harsh, or it's just a different style of dressing, I think. I feel like people in Germany or people in Berlin, there are lots of, like, there's a great variety of people in Berlin, and people are really cool dressed, that I didn't want to argue. But I feel like in Ghana I had the feeling that people are more concerned or aware of what they are wearing, or maybe because they dress up so nicely for an occasion, just like, I don't know, a wedding or church or ending of Ramadan or some, like any occasion, they dress up so nicely, like from head to toe, like nothing is not on purpose. And because I was so used to seeing that, I noticed that, of course, it's a daily life, but people are not really thinking that much about what they are wearing, or it's not as big of a concern for people in Berlin, or the people I saw on the public transport. Then I arrived, and the minute I stepped into my room, I was like, there are too many things here. Although, like, I took most of my stuff out to my parents because during the time I was not here, someone else was living here. So I took most of my personal stuff out, but still, when coming back, I felt this is just too much in my room. And then having a room by myself, it's like, wow. It was a little overwhelming. Yeah, I cried a lot on this day. Then I wanted to eat something because I was hungry, obviously. So I had to go to the supermarket. There I realized, or somehow there was a problem with my account or card, so I couldn't pay. So I had to go back, get some cash, and then go to the supermarket again and pay. And the whole thing, like, I think it was because I was extremely tired, but it just wore me out a lot and I cried again. I then had my food things and I cooked vegetable stew, I think with rice. Yeah, with rice. Oh gosh, I was so sad. It was so hard for me to realize that I'm back, because it felt like someone just extracted me from a place and replanted me somewhere else, and without me agreeing to it or knowing that it will happen. So the first week was interesting, was a little weird, adjusting to everything and adjusting to the weather, adjusting to the people, adjusting to the fact that I'm all alone. And because I was so used to having Phoebe around, that was so weird to not having her around. And sleeping alone was oof. I wasn't able to sleep well for a long time, for a month. Yeah, I couldn't sleep well alone. Then about the food, the first week or the first weeks, I didn't know what to eat. I wasn't like hungry that much because I didn't feel the urge to dive into food that I was missing, because I didn't really miss any food. So people ask me, okay, like, what did you eat, or what were you excited to eat? And I was like, I'm not really excited to eat anything. There's no urge or craving. So, and I'm really confused because I don't know like what to cook or what to do or what to eat and what I feel like eating. So I was just confused. But I had my vegetable stew, so I ate that for, 3 days in a row. I tried to find the food which I usually ate in Ghana. So I went to this African shop, which is like very close by. And I saw yam, I saw a plantain, I saw even Ghana balm, which is like not something you eat, but a lotion which you can put on if your muscles are, sore, or if you have any body pain, you put it on there. And that lady in the shop was from Kumasi, so it was nice to hear like a familiar English and to just talk about certain things. And she was telling me that one of her biggest thing here is that people are so in their own bubble. The minute they step out their bubble, they do not mind anything before stepping into the next bubble, which can be work or which can be any other, like friends or I don't know. But it's like stepping from one bubble to another bubble, and I think she said it feels to her like being in a prison, but you holding your own key and you're locking yourself away from other people. And I got it. I got it. Like, it's true, kind of. You're very much in your own bubble and you do not really care meeting or talking to people on your way to your next bubble. I set myself the goal that I try to not lock myself that much away from people, but yeah, I don't know, try to look people in the eye and try to start a conversation or just be friendly, smile, have some small talk. Another big thing which was not weird but very different, is that here people are not really on the streets. People do not eat, cook, play on the streets. They do it in their home or in their backyard or somewhere where you cannot see them. So the streets are pretty empty and organized. Everything is so freaking organized, which is annoying but also nice, but annoying. And everyone is so in line with everything, and sometimes it really annoys me that can't people see that we're just so in line and doing things according to the rules, but we are too comfortable in these rules and do not want to step out of this comfort zone. And aren't people tired of living like that? Yeah, that's like one thing. I'm still struggling with it, or I'm still thinking, okay, how can I get out of this thing? How can I try to find new patterns, or patterns which are more surprising, more exciting, and less being in line with things. I also feel like people here are less friendly. Some people are very friendly, and of course there's always people that it's funny, but you can start a conversation with them even though you don't know them. And these people exist here as well, but most of the people are not really interested in having a conversation with a complete stranger, or they're more likely not to smile at you when walking or passing you. What did I do to make it easier for me? I think first I cried a lot. The second was to look for African food stores and see or buy some familiar food stuff and have an easier transition food wise. Doing these videos, doing this little Ghana series really helped a lot to process the experiences I made. It's really nice to always go through my phone pictures and look at all these beautiful moments, and just to think about it, to laugh again about it. In general, talking to friends in Ghana, to family here, to talk a lot about things. It also helped, I wrote some things down and I went through my diary again and looked at some things and tried to think about it. It's basically lots of thinking and having, or to me it helps having alone time and just think. I was very overwhelmed the first 3 weeks, I think, and then it started to get better. Biggest thing was that I just didn't know what am I supposed to do here? What's and to get back to my kind of small routine, or to have things get back to my life. It takes time. And I think I'm still swimming around this pool of things, and things I can do, or things I want to do, and things I'm not sure I want to do, or I don't know, just swimming around, not knowing like what to do or where to go exactly. But I'm already planning the next trip to Ghana because I want to go back. I want to continue working on the projects Phoebe and I started. So hopefully next year I'm gonna go back. I don't know why we human beings have to go through these small culture shocks over and over again. Maybe it gets less, but it's exhausting to adapt to a new system or to a new environment. But I guess that's also the nice thing to do, because you then rethink your patterns or your daily life, or you can see it as an opportunity to change things in your life, or to prioritize different things or differently, to find out what's important to you. That's really a blessing. This is the beauty of traveling. A few hours before I went back to Germany, Phoebe and I went to Sunshine and had our last dinner together. We also met then Anita Punjabi, who owns Sunshine, and she is such a brilliant woman. She's so filled with wisdom and everything. Even though Phoebe and I have never met her before, it felt like we knew each other for longer. And she was saying something like, don't be too sad about leaving, or don't be too sad that you won't see Phoebe for a while, or don't be too sad, but rather be happy that you were able to make all these beautiful memories, and that you're happy to have the chance to meet all these brilliant people. I told Anita that I feel like my heart is overflowing with love for all these people I had the chance to meet. And she was saying, it's not overflowing, but it's rather growing. I've never thought about it like that. It's really beautiful to think that, yeah, my heart is growing. It cannot overflow, but it can only grow. I think it's a good ending. I think this will also be the concluding video of this small Ghana series, and I'm really happy that I managed to edit these videos and really get it out there, and really talk, or take my time and talk about everything and going through everything again. To conclude everything, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about me. I learned a lot about other people's life. I learned a lot what is important to me and what I want to keep doing, and what I'm okay with letting go or change. Thank you for watching. Thank you for looking also at the other videos. If you still have any questions, if you want to talk,
They love to call you crazy till your
yeah.
genius
Thanks for
fly.
watching.
I let it be and send a
Bye.
wish up to the sky. That's some wisdom from the older folk. They told me that we gon' be alright. But if I could wish upon a shooting star, I'd wish to be wherever it is.
Maybe one last thing. This is not supposed to be the end. I've been thinking that I like to continue making videos, and I was thinking to talk about some projects I did, and to talk about making off of these projects, also about like new adventures and new things. I want to share them because I like talking to my beautiful camera, because she's looking pretty cute right now, and I'm not using her that often because I mostly use analog, and I need to find a reason to spend time with my beautiful digital camera again. Okay, this is getting weird. Bye!